I'll be the first to admit that when it comes to superstars, Jayson Tatum is one of, if not the most corniest in the league. But despite his copy-paste type press conferences, you gotta admit the bro's a superstar and probably gets a lot more hate than he deserved. And since his season couldn't have ended any worse, I figured I'd cook up a Jayson Tatum build and show him some love as he works in his comeback season. I'm talking about a build that could shoot, dribble, handle the rock, score on all three levels, and also help on the defense and offensive rebounds. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this Jayson Tatum build. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, man. Turn them noties on. Jesus Christ first always, man. Enjoy. YouTube, Rominique, aka Will Robski. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. Hey, I appreciate every single one of you that tell auntie, granny, uncle, all that. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel, man. I'm a little sweaty. I just got out that shower. I've been cooking up this build video for you guys. I'm trying to go crazy with the content. Look, again, I just appreciate you, auntie, granny, uncle, all for tuning in. Run me up to like 1,500 subscribers. Thank you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. Before we get into started, I just want to express my gratitude. We're gonna make Jayson Tatum right-handedness jersey number 0. I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. Let's go ahead and jump into this build. I really like this build. You really can't go wrong with this build. Like, if you want to save, if you want to nickel and dime your builds a little bit, this is a safe choice. I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. We're gonna be a small forward. Our height's gonna be 6'8", weight 210, wingspan 7'1". But let's go ahead and jump right into it. As we always do, we're gonna get the physicals out of the way. I think I might switch it a little bit. This time I'm gonna do physicals, and then I'm gonna do the shooting, and then I'll go into the finish. And you'll see why in a little bit. Before our speed, we're gonna have a 78 speed. Rominique, that's not fast. It's pretty fast, bro. 78 speed is gonna be more than plenty at 6'8", 210. You're gonna play small forward. You're sometimes gonna be matched up at the power forward, but that's gonna be okay. Trust me here. Agility, we're gonna have 76, and then for the main, I would say, or our highest physical attribute rather, is gonna be this 84 strength, and then our vert's actually gonna go all the way up to an 80. If you didn't know, having a higher vertical does help you snag more rebounds. So that's why we have an 80 that high at our vertical. Let's go ahead and move on to the shooting. So for the mid-range, we're actually gonna put our mid-range at an 87, and then just so you know, I have 7 cap breakers at this point, so I'm gonna +2. Put 2 on my mid-range at 87, and we're actually going to get an 89 mid-range. You see why here? Because we're going to get this gold set shot specialist. So we're just going to put that at an 87. Then our three-pointer is going to be at an 82. 87 midi, 82 3. And this is the jump shot that I'm running on the build right here. We're going to have silver deadeye. We're going to have silver set shot specialist. This is actually going to go up to gold as I just showed you. And then for our free throw, we're going to put our free throw at an 83. At this point with a bigger build, I like to use the tempo shooting. I use this T-Mac base. I think it pairs with the tempo shooting very well. I would say that the T-Mac base is probably one of the best in the game. I'm so happy that they finally dropped it last season. I did want to make sure that I gave Jayson Tatum a high mid-range only because I know he likes to shoot from the post. And one thing that you'll see with this build is you can play in the post a good amount and you can body smaller defenders. So I think that segues nicely. I think most of these highlights are going to be more catch and shoots. If you can't catch and shoot on this 2K, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. As I say in every video, Ethernet, jump shot pack, tempo shooting with a bigger build. I found that tempo shooting works a lot better on bigger builds. So if you haven't seen my Brunson video, go check that one out after this video, of course. But on that build, because he's a guard, because he's smaller, I can't do the tempo timing just as well. So I just stick to the X. I just stick to the X button, bro. I can't do the tempo shooting on a smaller build. With all that being said, a lot of these highlights are going to be catch and shoots. I mean, you're going to see I'm going to have the mid-ranges in there as well. I can get a couple midi fades off as well. And that's just like Jayson Tatum, bro. Tell me Jayson Tatum don't be taking a lot of threes. Tell me he don't be taking a lot of mid-ranges. I know that they play that sort of maximum 3-ball type of offense, which kind of bit him in the booty this past playoffs, but we're not going to get into that. A lot of easy catch and shoots. A lot of contested at 6'8", 7'1" wingspan. That is no joke. You're going to be one of the biggest on the court. I mean, besides the centers and the power forwards, is obviously. But 6'8", you're going to be able to snag a lot of mismatches from smaller guards and from other wings. Let's go ahead and move on to the finishing. So for the layup, we're going to have an 85 driving layup. We're going to be able to get Jayson Tatum's layup style. That's really the reason why I wanted this 85. We're going to have silver physical finisher. We're going to have gold aerial wizard. We're going to have silver float game. We're going to have silver layup McMaster. Let's go ahead and move on to the driving dunk. So remember I mentioned we had those +7 cap breakers. We've already used 2 of them. Again, do you remember where I put them? We have a +2 on our mid-range, so we have 5 left. So our driving dunks, we're actually going to put in an 87, and then we're eventually, 82 rather, and then we're eventually going to get this driving dunk all the way to 87 because we do have that +5 cap breaker as well. So you see here, we're actually be able to get silver posterizer, and we do get that gold area wizard. Not as important, but it's whatever's. Again, 82 +5 that. Our driving lamp's going to go up to an 85, and then we're going to have our close shot on a 75 close shot. Our standing dunk is going to be at a 45, and then our post control we're actually going to put all the way up to a 79. We know that Jayson Tatum got a little bit of post game on him. He's a bigger wing, so he's able to take advantage of that mismatch, and you're going to be able to do that on this build as well. We're going to have silver hook specialist. Gold post fade phenom is probably the most important badge out of these, and then we're also, if you want to get a little fancy, post powerhouse and post up poet on silver. So let's go ahead and move on to the pass accuracy. I do not care much about pass accuracy on a Jayson Tatum build, only because I know he's not really known for his passing. 71 is more than going to get the job done. I don't know if you've seen me mention it before, but if you have a smaller builds, that's where the pass accuracy sort of goes and plays more of a factor. Because you are smaller, you might sometimes throw it at dude's hand. This build is not going to do that at all. We're going to get bronze break starter. Don't forget, we're going to have a good amount of rebound on this build, which we will get to in a little bit. But we're going to have the 71 pass act. Our ball handle, we're going to go all the way up to an 86 ball handle. 86 ball handle paired with the 75 speed with ball. That's the meta for bigger builds, honestly. You see, we still get silver lightning launch for our bronze, or for our ball handle at 86. Look at how, remember, we put that strength up. So we get silver unpluckable. We get Hall of Fame strong handle, silver handles for days, and silver ankle assassin. That's going to unlock these animations on the screen that you see right here. It's just crazy the amount that having cap breakers, and I don't even have the most thing you could have, but having +7, +8 cap breakers really changes the dynamics of a build. At 6'8", you'd be surprised at just how well you can still dribble in this game. I'm impressed by that. That's why I feel like 6'8 to 6'9 is almost like the meta for builds, because you can really pretty much contribute on every aspect of the basketball game. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the defense. I want to say for these highlights, you're going to see a lot of dribbling, a lot of maybe Devin Booker crossovers, dunking on folks. You can do the whole 9. Grab the rebound. Don't forget, we have this silver dimer, and we also get this bronze break starter. It's a tier 1 badge, so if you get further in this season, you want to +1 that to silver break starter, you can make that silver. That's going to help you because you can snag rebounds on this build, throw it out, get it to the open man. Let's go ahead and move on to the defense. So for the interior, this is where this build suffers, I would say, a little. We're going to have a 68 interior. The perimeter defense is going to be on a 72, and you'll see that we actually do get, which is what I really wanted, this silver immovable enforcer. And then we're going to be able to get a steal. We're not going to be worrying about steal because we don't want to steal. Jayson Tatum not really known for steals, bro. Like, why would we even do that to ourselves? But our block, we're going to put the block all the way at an 88. If you didn't know, this actually helps you get better contest on the perimeter as well. So we're going to get gold high flying denier, bronze paint patroller, silver pogo stick, and let's go ahead and finish off this build. I hope that I could show you guys a lot of blocking highlights because I did get good amount of blocks, bro. Jayson Tatum protecting that rim, 6'8" with the 7'1" wingspan. You cannot go wrong. Defensive rebound, we're going to be putting all the way at an 85, and then we're able to squeeze a 79 O board out of this build, and there we go. Can definitely snag rebounds. Like I'll show you guys some clips. I'm worming around people, around bigs, mind you, worming around bigs, snagging the O boards, getting the putback, helping my center when I'm playing the small forward position snag rebounds. And I'll tell you, this is sort of we've been in this game of 2K for quite some time now. 2K25 has been out for quite some time now, and it was just a breath of fresh air to be able to have a dynamic build like this, which is what Jayson Tatum is, and be able to contribute on the rebounds. I think it's really cool. Personally, it's an area of the game that's often overlooked by people in the 2K community because everyone wants to score. No one wants to do the dirty work. Having good rebounding is crucial. We're going to have silver rebound chaser, and we're also going to get this gold box out beast. That was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to put my defensive rebound up, so we could get this gold box out beast. Definitely can get the box outs. Definitely that will help your bigs out a lot. I'm a really big fan of this build. Now, there will be cases where you do match up with power forwards and you're going to be outmatched on the defensive and offensive rebound side of things. That's where you can maybe tweak this build a little bit. Maybe put your perimeter or your interior up a little bit if you want to sacrifice a little bit of shooting. I wouldn't tamper with the shooting too much though, only because the mid-range and the 3-point are probably the lowest that I would go personally, or I would feel comfortable with. If you want to experiment and try something different out with your build, by all means, it's your money. You can also take the layup down a little bit if you want to tweak it, but this is honestly a really fun build. I don't think you guys would regret making them. Let me know what you guys think about him in the comments. Don't forget to put him on the Lakers. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. If you want to be number 0, Brandon Ingram, Keith Van Horn, RJ Barrett. So we get this shot creating 3-level threat. Once you do the +5 and the +2, his name will change to a mid-range slasher, which is a lot better in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. Coming out with more build videos soon. Thank you guys, man. I love you guys, and God bless you guys. Until the next one. Deuce.